Hello and welcome to LP and Laundry for another week. If this is your first time joining, the name kind of lays out what it is. I play one side of an unusual record. We talk about it a little bit before, during, and after playing that one side. And if there's time, and there usually is a little bit of time, I fold a little bit of a laundry. It's not really about the laundry, but you know, hey, why not? Maybe you can pick up some techniques, or maybe you could teach me a thing or two. Why not, right? Hey, this week is going to be a little bawdy, if you ask me. We'll see, I don't know. It's music to strip to. Yeah, party fun songs from the golden age of burlesque. It's played by bald Bill Hagen and his Trocaderons, which I believe was also an alien race from Doctor Who. So we'll see. I've listened to just one song so far, and well, let you be the judge. This is side 2. The first song will be The Stripper. Yes, it's the iconic stripper song, right? I mean, so iconic that it is called The Stripper. I was first kind of surprised. The tempo's a little faster than I usually think of it as. I usually think of it as a more... This is a little bouncier. Oh, there we go. So from the golden age of burlesque, we of course are now in a new golden age of burlesque, apparently. It's just like the old golden age of burlesque, except lots of tattoos and piercings. Particularly like and as usual, I've posted pictures of the cover. I like the little cartoon guys. This guy in particular, right? Crankshaft came. Also, you notice there's no young guys. Quite wholesome, right? Just good fun. Oh, you see. Now that's a little more that growly trumpet. And I don't know if that's a mute that is making that noise. It's been so long since I played trumpet that I've forgotten. There's no, alas, there is no persuasive essay. There is, of course, more from the wonderful world of fidelity, and this covers the entire sound spectrum. But yeah, 12 authentic striptease hits in order of playing for your pleasure. And they're not called parts or sides, they're called parts. So part 1 was A Pretty Girl is Like a Melody, Bumps and Grinds, Frankie and Johnny, G-String Twist. Temptation and Night Train were on part 1. So sorry. We're now in Party Time. That's the name of the... There was an intermission, apparently, between part 1 and part 2, which is when you flip the record, take your time, gauge the room. Anybody want to play some strip poker? No? Okay, I'll just turn this over and start it up again. Okay, hey, all right. So many people bought this record, so many guys, let's face it, bought this record hoping that there might come a time where they have a dinner party, right? maybe things could get a little naughty. But yeah, this is tonight, a fun-filled party program from the golden age of burlesque. They do not explain when that was. Featuring the pulsating rhythms of Bald Bill and his Trocaderons. A rollicking show for the pleasure of all who enjoy the gentle art of the striptease. I got this record at an estate sale, along with several other records. They had a lot of albums there, and I picked up quite a few in decent shape. You'll probably, I think I've played at least one of them already. I don't remember which one. Next up is Bedroom Blues. So naughty. But what was funny is this record collection, this was really unlike anything else in that record collection. The rest of the record collection, there was a lot of Barbra Streisand, quite a bit of Christian music, the usual, the usual collected sets of various classical favorites that probably never got played. Judy Collins. I think it was Judy Collins. Like this, they were probably the wife, I would imagine, but maybe the hubby. But nothing else like this. Oh, also a decent amount of comedy. Unfortunately, it was all Bill Cosby, and Bill was a hero of mine. He was. But can't you separate the art from the man? Your mileage may vary, but I gotta turn my back on Cos. I don't want to start a whole thing. I never used to see Bill Cosby records in good condition, and it did break my heart a little to have to resist it, but resist it I did. It's a matter of principle. Now, I don't know what Bald Bill got up to along with his Trocaderons, but I think it'd be funny if it was Trocaderos and this was just a typo, but I don't think so. It's on there twice. I think the Trocadero, well, it's got to be a casino. I think it might still be a casino, but who knows? Perhaps it's been raised for some concept casino, you know. Which side's the back? This. So much of my time folding laundry is spent trying to figure out which side is the inside, which side is the outside, and which side is the front, and which side is the back. Wow! Too hot to handle! But it's weird, you don't usually see at estate sale something quite this naughty. And I have to wonder, you know, was it sort of a joke? Maybe because burlesque is a lot more sort of wholesome rather than stripping, right? Rather than a strip joint or gentleman's club. Burlesque is they got this, you know, sort of facade of, well, it's an art. And maybe it was. Maybe, you know, I know that I know people who are into it who aren't just, you know, randy men. Or even men named Randy. I genuinely don't know. So, apologies to any burlesque aficionados or burlesque performers. Don't know what I'm apologizing for. Oh, but you have to wonder, like, when you think, would the original owner of this, next up is Second Honeymoon, would they be mortified, you pardon the phrase, if they knew that some, you know, some Gen Xer would pick it up primarily for the irony factor, but also it's genuinely well executed, let's not kid ourselves, and post a video to social media. I'm just saying, is this like this person's hidden porn? Which brings up a whole other issue with estate sales, by the way. Because there are some men, and I suppose women, but mostly men, who are of an estate sale age, let's say, who probably have some physical media around the house. For all I know, it's, you know, for all they know, it's actually rare and collectible. They shuffle off this mortal coil. Is that the term? Shuffle off the mortal coil? Next thing you know, it's right out there, right next to, you know, his wife's collection of owls. Next up, Girdles away. Does anybody wear girdles anymore? I imagine people do. I could use a girdle. Men used to. It's the kind of thing, you watch an old television show, or read like an old magazine, like even like a Mad magazine, and things like girdles get referenced as very commonplace, right? Girdles and trusses. Men used to wear trusses, and maybe they still do, they just don't talk about it anymore. Or perhaps whatever the trust was trying to, whatever the trust was trying to alleviate for the men, has since been correctable at an earlier place, or I don't even know what it was. Was it for hernias? Maybe hernia surgery has gotten better. It's one of those lost things. You know, trusses. Sorry. Trusses. It's over there. the notion of dancing with a girdle on. I mean, the girdle is supposed to hide things, and I guess but not in a naughty way. Not like, I don't know. Anyway, if I'm counting correctly, and I believe I am. This is My Heart Belongs to Daddy. One of those incredibly creepy songs when you think about it. But my heart belongs to Daddy. That's what it is. Da. Just to further infantilize the singer. Now this is, after this, this is the last song of part 2. So she's down to the pasties, right? Down to the G string and the pasties very soon, depending on the burlesque house that you're in, right? I mean, you notice this dancer is walking off stage as the brassiere is being left. So there's a various level of, again, decorum and wholesomeness. I will say that it's not quite as brazen as I expected it to be. But perhaps it was just brazen enough for a now deceased person who loved Judy Collins. Maybe this was naughty as all hell. Thank you very much for another week for joining me for LP and Laundry. As always, if you enjoyed this, make sure that you share through the social media and the various internet tubes, whatever your don't post to any burlesque message boards or anything like that. I don't need that kind of hassle. I'm sure I got most of that wrong. But as always, sharing is caring. And otherwise, have a great week. And once again, just remember to see what you can find out about Bald Bill and his Trocaderons. And watch out. Watch out for those Trocaderons. Bye.